guys and gal, this might surprise you, but I didn't actually want to make this video. The situation has gotten so bizarre that I feel like I have to and couldn't stay silent any longer. Weshammer, one of the largest lore channels, has been absolutely ripping my content and copying my videos for months now. I'm not talking like I make a video about Gilliman and then he does. I'm talking about very niche video concepts and ideas that he has just taken, maybe changed like one or two or maybe even no words in the title, and then uploads it onto his channel. Now I know there are coincidences out there. I mean, there are times when me and another creator have actually uploaded a video on the same topic on the same day or within the same week, just through sheer luck, but I've never had another creator rip like a dozen of my niche unique video ideas, which is then also made worse by the fact that Weshammer doesn't have many long form videos to begin with. Surely he'd be able to come up with his own ideas for another year or two before he starts going full copycat mode. For those that aren't like, aren't you and Wes friendly? I mean, yeah, we were, which makes it even weirder, but I'll get more into that in this video. Today I'll go over each of the videos Wes has ripped from my channel, why it's actually a pretty shit thing of him to do, as well as why I think he's doing it, before finishing with why I've decided to make a public video about it instead of doing the mature thing and just sending him a DM privately. Let's get into it. Before I show the first copy, a huge part about being a successful Warhammer lore YouTuber are ideas, which is main factions you game for so long. After you make a video about the legions, the main characters, the main factions, you hit a point where you can't just get guaranteed views anymore, and will need to come up with interesting, never before to lore shorts, whilst he also found success with his Warhammer horror story videos and deep dives, and ripping my content apparently. But I'll stop teasing your balls. The video that he made that actually triggered me to make this video was his most recent upload. Why did everyone hate the Primaris Marines? Looks familiar. Maybe because I made a video 2 years ago called Why Do People Hate the Primaris Marines? The dude even used the same artwork for the thumbnail. Also, that /Warhammer 40k lore thing at the end is something that I started using in my titles years ago that he has also ripped. It's not on my Hate Primaris one, but it's literally on all the rest. So if you compare our two titles and thumbnails, the only real difference is that Wes swapped the did everyone and do people. Then, you know, he chucked his mug in the thumbnail. Can you see why I'm making this video now and calling out this bullshit? No, his version I'm sure makes its own points and has its own style, but I would almost guarantee he would have had to watch mine first and would have a lot of the same points. For that video flopped for him, but many of his other copies did well. Now into the next video, his video of the 8 biggest misconceptions about Warhammer 40k, which is a rip-off of my correcting the most popular conceptions in Warhammer 40k lore. This one is the ultimate, hey, can I copy your homework? Sure, just change a few things. Like, this video idea is a really fucking unique concept. There is no way that you just randomly decide to do it one day when only Major Kill, out of all the dozens of other creators and thousands of videos they have made, have never done it. You'll see with some of these copies, he would have spent more time thinking about how to remix the video title than he's probably spending trying to come up with his own ideas. And yes, his thumbnail orc reference is something I talk about in my video as well. The next one, Fabius Bile vs Belsarius Call, who is smarter. Wow, that's familiar. Maybe because I made the exact same fucking video. But don't worry guys, the who is smarter is in the thumbnail of Wes's video, not the title. And then the /Warhammer 40k lore thing at the end is just the icing to the cake as well. Sure, you could argue that since a book came out recently about the two characters, he could be just referencing that, but I really don't believe that was the only motivator behind it. As a sort of funny note, his recent Space Wolf video, which used to be titled I Was Wrong About the Space Wolves until he changed it, is actually a video I plan to make. As you can see, I created the idea around August last year, months before he released it. So either the motherfucker has hacked me, or that was just a coincidence for once. But since I have standards, I decided to can that video out of respect for the fact that he uploaded his first. Just me, I guess. Man then goes on an absolute spree with his top 5 worst Warhammer 40k fan theories. Sort of like my the 5 worst Warhammer 40k theories. But don't worry guys, there's a fucking full stop at the end of his, and he changed the to top. With this one, since there aren't many super bad fan theories worth talking about, this would have been a hard rip. Not to mention how blatant the title is. Just before that video though, he released his Will the Dead Primarchs Return video, which is just an Alibaba version of Can the Dead Primarchs Be Resurrected? Wes probably just ran the title through ChatGPT and got it to spit out a remix version. The final super blatant one that I want to showcase, which actually ties into my next point, is his Every Necron Faction Explained, as a rip of my Every Single Necron Dynasty Explained by an Australian. I mean, at least he can't just start putting the by an Australian in his titles, but it would be pretty comical if he put explained by an American there instead. Annoyingly, Wes hasn't just taken direct videos, he's also taken video concepts and series. For example, the Why Does Everyone Hate series is something I invented for Warhammer lore. Creating those series is super handy handy as it gives me a dozen or so solid videos that I can create, extending the life of my channel. The every single XYZ explain videos are also another series I came up with that he has just ripped. So by Wes taking my concept and then inserting his own character or faction for it, a character or faction I was probably going to use for it, it literally takes out a video that I could have made. For an example, him putting Lucius in the Everyone Hates series, he's piggybacked off my ideas to beat me to the punchline and create a successful video out of it. He's also made quite a few of the every type of XYZ videos. Now I hear, Major Kill, you can't just copyright or patent video concepts or series. And you're right, I cannot and would not want to try copyright claim or control those concepts or videos. But it does come down to respect and the ethics of it, especially and Wes used to be really friendly. Like when he first started transitioning from YouTube to TikTok, I made a highlight video about him and we would talk for ages, with me telling him everything I knew about succeeding on YouTube, all the lessons I learned and mistakes I'd made from my years of figuring shit out. The stuff I told Wes would easily be worth thousands of dollars if I was to run a YouTube course, but I did it for Wes for free because I wanted him to succeed. If I knew he'd just end up ripping me, I probably wouldn't have done it. In his Q&A video, he even talks highly about how I helped him and I gave him the time of day well before he blew up when no one else would.
Out of the like 50 people that I messaged, I got 2 replies, Auspex Tactics and Major Kill. Major Kill would, and our time zones are different, but for him, it's like 4 in the morning. He would stay up till like 4 in the morning answering every dumb question I had and would go back and forth with me for hours and would be completely honest. Would tell me like the keys to success and what he does, what's worked for him, and was fully transparent about like the difficulties of this and the things that I'm going to encounter and ways that he handles it. Like he is an amazing person and he didn't have to do that. I'm going to show you just like on screen, just like a real quick scroll through our message history. Basically all of these things that you're seeing, and I'm going to censor them because I didn't ask him permission and those messages were meant for me. Also, there's a lot of explicit text in here. Major Kill is a horny Australian. But he just, those are all questions that I had that he answered. Like he's a really, really great guy. So yeah, I'll forever be grateful for him taking the time to do that. It really meant a lot to me.
Like, fucking bruh. So it's like a double slap to the face that he's like, cheers for the help and giving me all the knowledge. I'm gonna go steal your concepts, ideas, and why not entire videos? So why is Wes doing this? Well, creator that actually had his back. Because I do think there's 2 reasons. Firstly, I genuinely don't think Wes is great at coming up with niche, unique, interesting video ideas. His successful videos are his deep dives and horror stories, but they both take ages to make. Either it's a 1-hour heavily researched and edited video, or he has to read a Warhammer horror book. That's tough. So in between those videos, he needs his filler videos, which he just doesn't seem to have the best talent for, which is why I think he ends up ripping some of my videos. I know he has it in him as he has come up with great ideas in the past. At least I think he came up with them. I haven't actually sussed all the other channels for overlap, but I think he probably just needs to dedicate more time to brainstorming like I do. Another reason I think he might be going hard on the copy is that after I made my Why Are Most 40k Lore Channels Dying video, in which I discussed how him ceasing his YouTube short uploads and suffering from burnout due to the effort it takes for him to make a video resulted in his channel metrics dramatically declining. He messaged me and he wasn't super stoked about it. I'm not going to show the message, but it was clear that he was pissed off and was like, yeah, sure, my views are down, but actually, dude, that video is a bit dishonest because I'm doing really well. And I'm like, okay, dude, it's just a fun Major Kill video, not a big black cock. Don't take it so hard. And that was actually the last time we ever spoke, which was a few months ago. So after that, I think he might be a bit pissy, so he was happy to just end up ripping videos. I do want to make a final point before we finish about why I like being combative and making call-out videos here and there, instead of trying to do everything maturely behind the scenes. None of the other creators, even ones I've collaborated with and spoken to, are my friends. I don't owe them anything. My friends are who I choose to spend my non-work hours with, getting beers, traveling with, working out with, forming a human connection with. I don't really give a fuck about the other creators. I like and respect some of them, but they just aren't my mates. The only one I could consider a friend would be Squidma, as I've literally met him and we speak pretty regularly, but even that is a stretch. Major Kill fundamentally exists to entertain you guys, and a bit of drama here and there is choose to either be mature or entertain, I'm going to pick entertainment every single fucking time. Weshammer can make the choice to copy my video concepts, titles, and ideas, and I cannot stop him. However, he then has to be cool with me making the choice to make a video calling him out about it. If he can use my ideas to get millions of videos, I'm gonna come collect something for myself. So next time you see a If you enjoyed the video and you want to support the channel, then subscribe. We are gunning for 600k and I need every hand on deck for that. Join the Discord for more memes and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.